Did you know that over 60% of adults over 60 still have strong sexual desires? That's right, despite what society might say, libido doesn't disappear with age. In fact, it can get even better if you understand how to support it. Whether you're in a long-term relationship, newly single, or simply feeling curious, this conversation is for you. You might be wondering, why has my desire changed? Is this normal? Can anything help? The answer? Yes, it's normal. Yes, there are ways to boost it, and no, you're not alone. In this video, we'll explore how aging affects libido in both men and women, why emotional connection is just as important as physical health, and what you can do, naturally, gently, and confidently to reignite that inner spark. So let's get started, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss out on conversations that matter. Now, let's talk about something deeply personal and deeply human: your libido. For many people over 60, talking about intimacy or desire can feel complicated. Maybe no one ever brought it up before. Maybe you've been told it's a young person's issue. Or maybe you've felt changes in your own body or relationship and quietly wondered, is this just what happens now? Here's the truth. Libido is not just about intimacy. It's about energy, connection, confidence, and even your overall health. As we age, it's natural for things to shift, hormonally, emotionally, physically. But that doesn't mean your story is over. In fact, for many people, this stage of life becomes a time of renewed intimacy and rediscovered pleasure. Now, let's talk honestly about some of the real challenges that can affect libido as we age. It's not just about getting older. There are several layers at play, like biological, emotional, and social. First, hormones. For men, the key player is testosterone. It is the hormone that fuels sex drive, energy, and performance. According to the American Urological Association, testosterone levels begin to decrease about 1% per year after age 30 to 40. Lower levels are linked to reduced libido, energy, and erectile function. For women, the shift is often more dramatic. During and after menopause, estrogen levels fall quickly, leading to vaginal dryness, reduced sensitivity, and a noticeable dip in sexual interest. A 2021 study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that up to 68% of postmenopausal women report a significant decline in sexual interest, driven by both physical and emotional shifts. Second, medication and health conditions. Many prescription medications commonly used after 60 can also affect libido. For example, beta blockers, used to manage blood pressure, and SSRIs, often prescribed for depression, are known to interfere with sexual desire and performance in both men and women. The Mayo Clinic notes that chronic conditions like diabetes, cardiovascular disease, arthritis, and sleep apnea can impact sexual function by affecting blood flow, nerve sensitivity, or energy levels. Even minor pain and poor quality sleep can slowly chip away at interest in closeness. Third, emotional and relationship changes. Long-term relationships are rich with history, but they can also grow quiet over time. Stress, caregiving, grief, or years of routine can create emotional distance, even in loving partnerships. And if you're single or widowed, loneliness or fear of rejection can make the idea of intimacy feel far away. Finally, the stigma. One of the biggest barriers? Silence. Society often treats sexuality as something that expires after a certain age. That can make people feel embarrassed or even ashamed for still having desire, or for not having it and wondering why. But the reality? Studies show that over 60% of people in their 60s and 70s remain sexually active and interested. So if you've noticed changes in your libido, you're not broken, you're not alone, and you're not at the end of the story. Sometimes, it just needs a little encouragement. Now that we understand the challenges, let's talk about what can help. In fact, many people experience a renewed sense of desire when they make small, thoughtful changes in daily life. So what can you do naturally to support your libido, health, and emotional connection? 1. Exercise. Exercise is one of the most powerful tools. Just 30 minutes a day of walking, dancing, or strength work can increase blood flow, improve mood, reduce stress, and support hormone balance. A 2018 study showed that regular exercise was linked to improved sexual satisfaction in both men and women over 60. 2. Sleep. Sleep is another major factor. Getting 7 to 8 hours a night helps regulate testosterone and cortisol, both key to desire and arousal. And don't forget the basics: hydration, breathing, and stress management. Deep breathing, gentle yoga, or even 10 minutes in nature can reduce cortisol. It is a stress hormone that suppresses libido when elevated. 3. Diet and nutrition. Yes, what you eat affects how you feel, and your libido is no exception. Foods rich in zinc, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and B vitamins can support hormone production, nerve sensitivity, and circulation. Some natural foods known to support libido include dark chocolate in moderation, avocados, oily fish like salmon, nuts and seeds, watermelon because it contains citrulline, which may aid blood flow. Staying nourished and hydrated supports not just your sex drive, but your overall sense of vitality. 4. Emotional intimacy and communication. Libido isn't just physical, it's emotional. Often the greatest spark comes from feeling emotionally safe and seen. If you're in a relationship, open, pressure-free communication can make a world of difference. Share what feels good. Talk about your needs. Listen without judgment. Even simple gestures like holding hands, eye contact, laughing together, reignite intimacy and connection. If you're single, don't underestimate the power of reconnecting with yourself first through journaling, creativity, or mindful touch. 5. Always with a doctor's guidance. Sometimes the best path forward includes a checkup. Low libido may be a sign of an underlying condition, and there are safe, proven options that can help. For men, this might include testosterone therapy, when appropriate, medications for erectile function, addressing any cardiovascular issues. For women, solutions may involve vaginal estrogen therapy or moisturizers, hormone replacement (HRT), pelvic floor therapy for comfort and sensitivity. Always talk to a qualified doctor or a sexual health specialist who understands aging. There's no shame in asking. You deserve to feel well and whole. For men, focus on cardiovascular health. Healthy blood flow is key to performance. Avoid smoking and heavy drinking, which can reduce testosterone. Don't ignore fatigue. It's often tied to low T levels and treatable. For women, stay physically active to improve mood, circulation, and estrogen balance. Use vaginal moisturizers regularly, even outside of intimacy. Consider therapy or support groups if body image or past trauma is affecting desire. There's no single fix, but small, steady changes in how you move, eat, rest, and connect add up. They send your body and your brain a message. I am alive. I am worthy. I am still here. And for many, that shift is enough to awaken something beautiful. Let's hear from two couples who found new life in their relationships, proving it's never too late to reconnect and rediscover desire. Story 1. Joan and Martin, both in their early 70s. Joan and Martin had been married for over 40 years. After retirement, they found themselves drifting apart, busy with family, health worries, and the quiet routine of daily life. Joan noticed her interest in intimacy fading, and Martin felt discouraged by the changes in his energy. But then, they decided to make a simple commitment: a daily walk together, no distractions, just time to talk and be present. Over time, those walks blossomed into more: shared meals, laughter, even holding hands like they used to. Joan started focusing on nourishing foods and relaxation, while Martin began gentle strength exercises and talked openly about his health with his doctor. Slowly but surely, their connection deepened. Joan says, "It's not just about sex, it's about feeling close again, being seen and loved." Martin adds, "I feel like a new man. We've rediscovered a part of ourselves we thought was lost." Story 2. Sheila. Sheila, a sales executive from London, thought her days of intimacy were behind her. After many years in an unhappy, controlling relationship and facing the challenges of menopause, she felt her sex life was over. But everything changed during a holiday to Spain in her early 60s. Surrounded by friends, sunshine, and the gentle rhythm of yoga and beachside evenings, Sheila noticed someone looking her way, a man about 10 years younger, who sparked feelings she hadn't felt in a decade. At first, Sheila's mind was full of questions and doubts about her age, her body, even whether desire could truly return. But soon those worries melted away. After 10 years without intimacy, she found herself in a moment of pure connection and joy. That holiday encounter was just the beginning. Back home, Sheila began hormone therapy, which cleared her brain fog and helped her body awaken. She found new confidence, rediscovered pleasure, and embraced dating again, this time on her own terms. Sheila says, sex after menopause is different, but it's wonderful. There's no pressure, just enjoyment and connection. I feel energetic, empowered, and like a woman again. To recap, boosting your libido as you age is not only possible, it's a natural part of staying emotionally and physically healthy. By embracing lifestyle changes like regular exercise, good sleep, and balanced nutrition, nurturing emotional intimacy, and exploring medical options when needed, you can reconnect with your desires and your partner. Remember, libido is normal at every age, and it's never too late to reignite that spark. The journey to greater connection starts with kindness to your body, your mind, and your heart. If you found this video helpful, please share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Your experiences matter and help others feel less alone. And don't forget to watch our next video on maintaining intimacy in long-term relationships for more tips on keeping love alive at any age. Subscribe and join us as we celebrate love, health, and vitality in every season of life.